vlogging this, Danny.
Oh, right.
He's on.
I wondered if he was just taking photos here.
Welcome everybody to episode 25 of WatchRoss, the one that's all about giving back. So with that, Hop, have a sugary protein bar.
What a guy.
We're at the waterside, it's called, I think, in Monton. Basically, we're looking for new places to go and have lattes. It's raining, but I don't care. I'm rocking a Peter Andre denim number.
Let's go give back.
Let's go give back. Right, so that's not open till 12. Got two options, Petch. We can either huddle here for 45 minutes or go to Costa.
Or we could work outside.
Or we could work outside. It's a beautiful, beautiful day.
Lovely day.
It's raining, but you know what? It's just always sun shining in our heads. Let's go. Don't know where. Episode 25, that's a quarter of a century. Yes, Hop. Boom. On episode 24, we had an Oscar. 25, we've got a Costa. So we're killing time in Costa now, waiting for the waterside to open. I want to go back there in a minute when we can, because it looks like a top place for vlogging. Yeah. Just seen us watching a video there, and that's really the reason this episode is all themed around giving back, contribution, charity. And that's because I got an email last week from a friend of mine, Danny Miller, who you guys will know as Aaron from Emmerdale. He runs that charity, the video you just saw there, called Once Upon a Smile. Petch, put a bit of that video in.
Once Upon a Smile offer a rare and unique source of support for families, which is the main reason why we started it, because it was needed and it wasn't out there.
The support we provide as a charity is post-bereavement, so it's following the death of a parent or a child. We offer support by way of financial assistance, respite breaks and children's bereavement support groups.
It's absolutely incredible. It's not government funded, they fund it all themselves, and they fund it via massive charity events, celebrity football matches, and Dan's doing one, a grand ball in a few weeks' time. He's asked me next Saturday to go and help him film a video to play at the ball, so we're going to go and vlog behind the scenes of that this coming Saturday.
That's going to be brilliant. Looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that as well. It's going to be a little bit exciting, and we're going to get Dan obviously on the vlog talking about why he set the charity up, what it does for him. We want to talk today about what giving does for us, because I don't want to sound all like, oh, look at us, but we do operate from a genuine place of wanting to give back, and like for no expectation really of anything in return. I started operating like this about 10 years ago. When I was about 25, I realised that if you operate from a place of kindness, this was a talk from Mark Dharma.
Hey, this is Mark Dharma.
That's Mark Dharma. Yeah, Mark really put me in that place where he went, mate, you've got to stop acting transactionally. Don't look at what you can get out of stuff. Look at what you can give to stuff, and you're going to get way more back without even asking for it. So I know you've done a lot of that. Petch has certainly done a lot of that. I do as much of it as I can, so we're going to go talk about that. Go move the car. We're going to finish this off, and then we're going to get over to the waterside, talk further.
Let's go.
Smells open now. That is a smell of open. I can smell the something cooking. Hey, good looking. What's cooking?
We're going in.
Well, I was going to stand outside. Hot. Oh, it's warm, isn't it? You coming in, Petch? Oh yeah, you're all right. We're back now. We were just knocking around before, but you weren't open. We film a little vlog, like just a little diary. So we just wonder if there's like a little corner we can maybe just set in.
Did you check with the manager if it was alright for you to film?
She came out.
Did she say it was okay?
Said it was okay. Yeah,
that's fine. Is it inside or outside that you want to?
interesting.
I don't know actually. Shall we have it
You've
inside?
got the back room, so
lighter, isn't it?
you've got there and also you've got through to the back room, so no one will disturb you
It's,
there.
Yeah, it's just like I said, we just record our thoughts really. It's a bit of a documenting our diary. We could sit, we could sit out there, couldn't we? That'd be fantastic. Appreciate it. Thanks. We'll get some drinks in a sec.
I love telling this story, and that's, I think, why it's good, because it makes you feel good still, so that's the biggest takeaway.
Look how energetic the hop's got.
And this is it, right? If it gives you energy, that's all you need from it.
Yeah.
So I'll take you back 6 years. Hop's running the model experience with Matt Bates, which is still running now.
The face of Manchester 2004 is running.
Shout out to Matt there.
Model experience, Matt.
And we were busy as well, so we were full, we were packed out, we didn't need any more business, so we did this totally from a place. We were sat in the studio and we said, right, we've noticed a pattern in what we're doing, and that pattern is giving people confidence. How can we make it more?
Because the model experience was bringing people in and giving them an experience as if they were a model, making them do catwalk and getting confidence.
Yeah, and we used to do feedback. All the feedback we got, self-esteem, belief, confidence, that's what you're giving us. Right, so how can we actually use that and put it in a package for something else, something good? So we drove past every morning on the way to the studio in Leeds, the Havens Women's Breast Cancer. So we thought, let's go in, have a chat with them and see if there's anything we can do for them. We went in and we ended up piecing together for 6 or 7 ladies that had breast cancer. They'd come through it. We pieced together a show for them, and in that show we hired out a place in Yorkshire somewhere, beautiful. I can't remember the name of it. Beautiful place, old stately home. And we put together Thursday, I think for about 5 or 6 Thursday evenings, we committed 2 hours to going in to see these ladies to put together this show. So the music, the choreography, and they were going to be in it. We invited their friends, their families to this show, and the idea of it was for them just to feel like women again. That was it, to empower them back into a place and a positive mindset. And like that was totally done for no other reason. We didn't do any PR around it. We didn't do any advertising. We didn't even, the ladies obviously knew about us, and if they wanted to come, they could, but we didn't offer any discounts or anything like that. Like, we're doing this for you to then book in. We just solely did it
for good.
Because, and that was it. And still to this day, the ladies stay in contact. They're on Facebook. They're probably watching.
There's this video that you showed me a video or something. Was that the women from it? It was saying, I've seen it. So Petch, put a bit of that video in.
The takeaway was those ladies, their feeling that they got from it, feeling confident, self-belief, and the change that we saw in them from the day that we went in to see them at the end of the show, and all their families being a part of that as well. I don't think I can top that. So that's my story. As you can see, it still makes me feel good. So if that's all you get from it, that's what you get.
It's the most energetic I've ever seen Hop in my life. For me, so one thing, so Petch, you'll know about this, you've been a member of ActsOnThis.tv a long time. Massive part of that website for me, it was never about creating a business for money. It was about networking in the acting industry, ultimately creating opportunities, bringing actors together, a creative force for good. And there's a premium side to that, because obviously it needs to generate some revenue in order to actually run the site. The site's quite expensive to actually run. But then the money that's left over from that, I was like, I don't want to be seen in the industry as this guy who's running this thing because he needs the money. In a sense, I was earning enough from my acting career to have that stability, and the money that was from Acts on This, I was like, I can do something better for the industry for it. And I started donating charity donations, so every guest who came on the website, so everyone who comes on, a casting director, actor, whoever, gets a charity donation to give to charity their choice. And then at Christmas, money that was left over, I was like, can we do something even more now? And as a collective take through crisis, homeless people off the streets for Christmas, they get like a haircut, shower, meal, all that kind of stuff that everyone takes for granted, man. Like, you know, the basic sort of stuff. Started doing that now, like 8 years ago. It's a big part of the site. And again, it's like, it's not for, last thing I want people to think is I'm saying this to go like, oh, look what I'm doing. I'm doing it to get anything out of it. The knowledge that you have inside, that you've like, I have done this, and I now know as I'm eating my Christmas meal that there's 10 other people who are having a Christmas meal today, not just because of me, because of the society, the community that we've created on Acts on This. It just gives like me way more fulfillment and impetus to grow it even bigger. And the more I can grow it, the more good, you know, we can kind of do. And like you say, you end up operating and just feeling so much better about yourself that it affects every other part of your life.
Yeah.
Shall we go and ask other people, like for examples of when they've done something like this and try and inspire people further?
Let's go and have a chat with people.
Let's go and have a chat.
Find some.
Let's go and get kicked out of somewhere. Boom. We decided we're going to go live on Instagram whilst we're out and about making episode 25 of WatchRoss. Here's Petch in the back. Here's the Hop driving. You keep your eyes on the road. How are you doing? How are you doing, Petch?
All good.
Petch is doing all good. I don't even know who's watching here. Some people are going to be jumping on watching, I guess. We're doing for this episode 25 of WatchRoss. It's all a little bit about giving back. Got a charitable aspect to it as well, because we're going to be filming a charity video for a great charity called Once Upon a Smile. On Saturday, going to be vlogging behind the scenes of that. And we're currently just on the way at the Trafford Centre to go and ask people on the streets of the Trafford Centre.
On the street?
Yeah, on the... Well,
it's got its own streets,
yeah.
the Trafford Centre.
We're going to ask people on the car park at the Trafford Centre to tell us about a time in their lives where, and I want you guys to share this with us now on live, time of your life where you've done something for, ultimately just for the pure reason of just for being a force for good, where you've not wanted anything back in return. You've just done something good for the sake of doing the right thing. You've not vlogged it or documented it, you know, like you get people buying homeless people sandwiches and then like filming the whole thing. That's not doing the right thing for doing the right thing. That's doing the right thing for like PR purposes or whatever. Give us a time in your life now, just so I can maybe use it for this episode of the vlog, where you've done the right thing and maybe you've got back something in return you never asked for. We're asking people, when was the last time they did something for somebody that was good just for the sake of doing good? They didn't want anything back in return. Maybe you helped a charity out, helped a mate out, bailed someone out. Something where you're like, I've just done something nice.
It's a tough one, I can't remember. I don't know, I think I do it all the time. I think I took my mum and my brother out for some dinner last weekend, so that was really nice. That was good to do.
Toys that we don't play with to the charity shop.
So that other children can enjoy them. Well, high five for that. Boom.
So I do good stuff all the time. Like, obviously open doors for people, wait if they're like quite far away. I'll open it for them and wait.
Our son broke his leg 6 weeks ago, and he's been amazing at helping him out and kind of doing treats to make him feel better, and helping him start to walk again.
Well, we work for St Vincent de Paul and we live in Northern Ireland, so we're here on holiday, but we would work for them on a regular basis. We go out and visit the poor and we bring them money for food, heating, etc, etc.
I think we're about to probably get kicked out. Security are here, cut the camera. So we did get kicked out, but there's always time for one more interview, okay? Serendipitously, if that's even a word, bumped into Ed and his girlfriend Jasmine, who were actually watching the Instagram live, me and Sean and you did, Petch, in the car on the way here. Now they're going to be part of the vlog. We're asking people when they last did something just for the sake of doing the right thing, the good thing, without asking for anything in return. Yeah. You guys have done something good. Tell us, Ed.
So we bumped into a girl on the street about a week ago, and she was asking for some money. And of course, like, the first reaction is you're kind of a bit, cynical about it. There's so many people in Manchester, especially now. But Jazz gave her a £5, didn't you? Give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. I do that quite a lot for homeless people. Like, I've got a few friends called Damo and Declan that I've met on the street and stuff like that.
Damo and Declan, shout out to you.
Shout out. And like, I guess what we were talking about it afterwards, and the thing is, it's like, you can be really cynical about giving people money because what if they're fake? What if they don't need it? There's many different things going on. But at the end of the day, that couple of pounds to you means a lot more to them if they are genuine than it would do to you, even if they're, taking you for a ride. So yeah, worth it.
Yeah, and at the end, actually, we gave her our contact details as well, just in case she needs anybody for help and anything like that. Yeah.
Look at that, amazing. The world is just full of good people. And you know what? If you do something like that for someone and it isn't genuine, they are ripping you off. I said before, that's for their conscience. That's not for you. You've still done the right thing. That's for them to worry about. So this half of the vlog's been all positive, guys. There's so many incredible people out there doing good. We're going to see you in part 2 for a whole lot more. So Hop, you're going to have to just carry stuff if that's all right. You don't normally do that, do you? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that today?
I'm not a prima donna.
Bloody hell.
I'm not going to get it.
Check this out. Does this work if I do this?
No, can't.
Oh,
it has done. You got magic feet.
Nice.
Magic
what,
feet.
is it a little sensor?
Yeah.
That's silly.
Right, Petch, get the bag. Right, we're here basically. We're vlogging this, Danny.
Oh, right.
He's on.
I wondered if you just taking photos here.
No, he's just, just knocking around, just papping us. Right, we're going to go to the Emirates. start shooting this video for Danny. Let's go and hit some sixes, as the Hop said. Boom. It's here in Manchester that the prestigious Once Upon a Smile's Grand Ball is held, only this year slightly further down the road. The glamorous and celeb-packed evening is to be held here at the beautiful home of Lancashire and England's cricket. Right, so you might not have seen any of that depending on what I've been able to edit in. We saw like the beginning bit before, but you wouldn't have seen any of the shoot because we ended up using this camera that's shooting us now to do this shoot. So hopefully you've seen a bit. If not, just don't worry about it, right? We're going to go next door now. We're going to get Danny, Dan, Vince, everybody, Sean, the Hop, Petch. We're going to do some top chatting. Follow us. Right, so here we are. This is a first for the vlog, right? RG's got a beer for a start. We're all here on a Saturday having a little bit of alcohol to unwind after that shoot. Apologies that you might not have seen much of it. It's a bit secret for Dan and Dan's event, so we can't really show you too much of it, but just check out onceuponasmile.org.uk, see what these guys do, an incredible charity. Please support them. So to end this vlog, we're going to have a little chat about how giving back has ultimately like bettered everybody's life here. These guys, Danny, Vince, Dan, constantly by the sound of things, we just had a chat, giving, and sound like they're also receiving a lot back. Like, not because they're giving for a transactional reason, just because like they're doing the right thing. This is how the world works. Going to come at Daniel first, and well, I mean, tell us a little bit about how the charity Once Upon a Smile has impacted your life, what you get out of it personally, the fulfillment. I guess you just changing people's lives at the very core. How's it working for you?
It's working very well, to be honest, Ross. I think everybody has the potential to give something back. So I think if you're in a privileged position where you're able to give something back, then you've got to. Once Upon a Smile was founded by Danny and I 7 years ago, and I think there's times where you'd wake up and it'd be raining and you'd moan the fact that it's raining, and with the work that we do at Once Upon a Smile, you realise that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter if it's sunny. It's you forget about those insignificant things that you
first world problem.
Yeah, that that these things don't matter when there's people out there that need help, need support. I mean, we support bereaved families at their time of need, and we put that emphasis on of their time of need because we understand it's difficult for them to make that ask. So when they do, they need our support. And I mean, we're lucky because it does bring us that fulfillment, being able to support these families and knowing that that Danny and I created something that can bring some joy to some families at their time of need.
It's amazing. It's all about giving back. I've got to the left of me here an entertainment legend, Vince Miller, who's been telling me some amazing stories about his time in the showbiz world. Vince, it sounds like you've led an entire life of giving back. Tell us a little bit about what it's been like for you and what giving means to you. Like, how does that fill you up?
Well, when I used to run a club in Stockport called the Poco, a lady came to me one day. She was called Pat Seed, and she was dying of cancer.
Oh wow!
And she said she wanted to start a charity, and she said 1 in a million, and she got all these badges made, and we launched it in the Poco in Stockport, and that was the first sort of solid into charities that I'd ever done. And from there, a lot of people seen it. So I said, right, well, instead of having a night off on the Monday, we talked to the staff and we said, right, we'll use Monday as a charity night. I had no idea how it was going to take off, but it was phenomenal. That the money they made on the night, we gave them the room free, we had the bars, and they brought in the entertainment. So eventually it turned around that we were so happy with it, we said, well, we'll give a bit back. So the top of the bill then became theirs on a Monday. So you can imagine selling a charity like Matt Monroe, when all the top people came, and we gave them the Monday night to themselves to earn money. And it just took off, and it was absolutely fantastic for them. And so that part of the charity was giving. What we got back was a bit of happiness, seeing these people. And so one year, we had a charity came along, and they had about 15 wheelchairs along the front of the stage. Well, we just went, these people that were really, really ill people.
Yeah.
And we raised a lot of money for them, and that's the pleasure you get out of it. You know, giving a bit back and getting the pleasure. It's not all about earning money; it's about how you feel inside, and that's really what drove us on. You know, and that was it.
See, we said this on the vlog all the time. It's knowing inside what you're doing. Danny, obviously in a privileged position, very well known, masses of followers online. What have you got, like 350,000 people following you on Twitter? You can do a lot of good when you've got a shitload of social media followers. It's like a Death Star, man. You can point it at things to highlight, you've got a lot of power there. How is the charity Once Upon a Smile kind of helping you? What do you get out of it? What does giving mean to you? I mean, everything we've spoken about so far, but how does it apply to you?
Yeah, I think it's kind of echoing what both Dan and my dad have just sort of said, that Dan and I never set this out for someone to tap us on the back and say congratulations. We never set it out to kind of be something that would just help sort of. Oh, sorry, really, we're up here. Wow, I'm used to it being up here.
On your lips.
Yeah, sorry. So just to echo what my dad and Dan said, really. We didn't set it up to sort of receive praise for it. We wanted to genuinely make a difference, and these charity events are very important for us as a charity to kind of raise those vital funds that we need. So the Grand Ball has always been sort of our main fundraiser. So for us, it's actually a load of fun. Like, it's stressful. That it can be stressful because of just how many people are there and just how many people you want to make happy and also raise funds, but let them have an enjoyable night and sort of want to come back next year, which kind of helps our clientele and helps people want to, like, it's here now because we need it to be a bigger room, we need it to be more sort of functional for everybody, really. So we've moved it here to accommodate the people, but the fact that the charity is now being recognised nationally, not just because of the Grand Ball, but because of the work that we do, it's been recognised nationally as a source of support for families during bereavement. It's something that if there was a pat on the back, that would be the pat on the back. The fact that people are actually knowing who we are now and people are actually sort of using us as that source of support. So I think if there was ever anything we wanted to take back from it, it would be that. It would never be something that personally, myself and Dan have never wanted to profit financially from anything like this. We've always wanted to just give something back, and in return, give something and in return get something back, which is the charity helping so many different families across the country. But you can't really put words to it. It's just such an indescribable sort of unique feeling that you don't need that pat on the back, because we've done it kind of ourselves, really.
My Christmas presents this year, what I decided to do for the people close, and again didn't put this on social media or anything like that, went round to some homeless people, gave them some money, made a little video with them, and on that video on the morning of Christmas, I WhatsApped that to the person it was for. Every person that I did that for, they were like, that's the best Christmas present anyone's got me. And I didn't do that for any other reason than just making them feel great. So on the morning of Christmas, I felt amazing. Family felt amazing because they felt like they'd done something. Sometimes don't you feel on things like that, you start thinking, maybe I feel a bit guilty because I've got all these things and I'm having all this food. So for me, it's just about a feeling that you get and the level of vibration and how you can operate thereafter. That's why I've always done things and do. So that's my bit. Question for you both, Dan and Darren.
They won't get that.
No, they might do. You won't get that, but personal joke. So I'm all about vision as well, and obviously what you're doing is amazing. 7 years in. What your guys' vision now with this charity? It's obviously expanding, growing and growing. Where do you see it 5 years, 10 years, and also on the back of that, you do have influence. What would you say to people that are they're wanting to do something, but they don't necessarily have that influence, and they think, when I get somewhere? What would you say to people that just want to do something as well?
Well, personally, from from my point of view, I'd say to anybody out there, whether they have an influence or they don't have an influence, in terms of, you know, social media background, as you were talking with followers and reaching out to more people. It doesn't really matter what your background is. The difference that you can make to charities such as Once Upon a Smile, in terms of volunteering, in terms of, you know, turning up at the Grand Ball outside, asking for pictures, asking for autographs, you know, those kind of things, that is supporting the charity, believe it or not, in their own way. So for me, like I said, it doesn't matter what your fame or whatever is your personnel. You can always make a difference to each charity just by simply offering your time and volunteering. Now, in terms of the charity, I know Dan will have a separate answer to this, but when we first set this charity up in 2011, we never really imagined it would be where it is today. You know, it was very much kind of almost just sort of like as we were talking before about moving on from the separate football team that we created the charity from. You know, we were almost just paying out money to help people, which we still do, you know, financially support families, but it's more so now is the support groups that Kelly Willison and her team, Sandra and everybody in the office, they all head up there, that are actually the main source of support, which actually for us when we first set it out wasn't part of the plan. But had we have set the plan that this is where we want to be in 5 years, we'd have never have had these support groups, because it would have gone against everything that we wanted, our directory, if you like. But the fact that we've allowed to just sort of play it year by year, that we can kind of change it as we go along and find out what different support is needed and sort of tailor it to each different family. And I think if you set yourself a target of 5 years, this is where we want to be, if you're not there in 5 years, you're disappointed. If you're overachieving in 5 years, you're buzzing. So for us, if we keep it sort of as close to our hearts as we can, it doesn't really matter where we are in 5 years, as long as we're still here doing what we do now, I'm happy. Dan?
Samesies. No, it is. It's the same, and it's. I think people. We do get messages on social media like, "Oh, Danny, you're amazing with what you do," and we're not amazing because it's not just us that do it. You see amazing when you see the families that we support, the strength that they have. That's amazing. We've got built a great team behind us, and that's what's amazing. Me and Danny are not amazing. Well, Dan's not, no. But the team we built and the families, the strength that they show, that's what's amazing. And like Danny said, for the future of Once Upon a Smile, it's being there long term for these families. One of the first things we ever said was it's got to be long term support, and we have to be there to support these families long term. And that's something that we will do. We have got a vision in the next few years that we do need our own bereavement centre, and we do need to branch out our support throughout the UK. But what we're mindful of is we don't want to lose that personal touch at the minute. As Danny said, we can tailor individual support to individual families, and we can adapt that support to families' needs. So we will always keep that, and we want to make sure the support we're providing is the right support for them families. And I think with what you were saying about a message to people, my message is quite simple. The only person that is going to stop you achieving whatever you want to achieve is yourself. There's nobody else. There's no other excuses. I joined the police when I was 18 and a half, and I got told I would never be able to join the police at that age, and I joined the police. I then decided I wanted to be an actor and got told I'd never be an actor. I'm obviously still not, but I'm trying. I'm still trying. But, almost. Yeah, getting there slowly. But yeah, but people told me I wouldn't be an actor. And then when Danny and I started setting the charity up, people told us not to set the charity up, and then to listen to anybody but myself. None of those three things I would have achieved, but I didn't, because that's just how I am, and people are out there. So what I'd say to them basically, without waffling on, is the only person that is going to stop you achieving what you want is yourself, and that's the only person you're going to have to blame.
I love it, man. It's just echoing what we talk about in these vlogs all the time. I think that comes down to as well is like, I want everybody to care more about what they think of themselves than what everybody else thinks of them combined. And I think if you operate from there, you've already won. Vince, I want you to end the vlog this week because you're a legend. And we always finish this vlog by doing a little countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then we all look at the camera. Everyone will do it, but you'll have the mic, Vince. We go 3, 2, 1. We look at the camera and we go, bye for now. But I want you to do it in your, like, some sort of, like, you've got that voice, haven't you? You've got that entertainer's kind of voice. So we'll give you a countdown, and then you hit it. We'll all look in that camera. We'll do a 3, 2, 1. So, you ready on the mic, Vince?
Okay, well, we're finishing off now, so are you ready?
In 3.
Three.
In fact, I should say we're going to be back for episode 26 next week as well. I hope you've enjoyed this. And go and just give, right? Give unconditionally. Let us know what you're doing. Our social media's all up on the screen everywhere now, if we can fit it all in. Go and give stuff for nothing in return. Just watch what you get back. It'll be massive. Right, Vince, sorry. So
are we ready?
In 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3,
2, 1.
Bye for now.
You didn't even do it.
Bye for now.
You went out of it. I don't know what it was. Still hear that. Do it again.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. It really would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed and what you would like to see more of next time. If you want to catch more episodes, head over to facebook.com/WatchRoss or youtube.com/WatchRoss. Make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now. So yeah, just wondering, when you might have done something good, for one of your other friend dogs. Oh right, yeah. So what, you shared your ball with them, yeah? Always sharing his balls. That sounds so wrong.